Hi, everyone. Mike White here. Welcome to the last blog post of 2022. It's December 29th, and I'll keep this short and sweet because, to be honest with you, I know those of you who are watching this are, working diligently to get those last few loans of this year closed, and get yourself ready for a big New Year's weekend and starting next week with a full head of steam as we go into 2023, or at least that's what I hope you're doing if you're watching this video. Now, I have a few people this weekend who I know are doing open houses both on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. It's something we've tried on and off over the years. This week kind of lent itself because of the fact that New Year's Eve and New Year's Day were on the weekend, and there were some people that thought it might be fun to try and see what kind of reaction they got. And I'll keep you posted on, what we see there. But I was excited, at least for the fact that people wanted to try. The agents were willing to do it. The home sellers were comfortable, allowing that to happen and to take place. So, again, it's just sometimes thinking of what you can do that separates you from the competition. And this is one of those things. Not exactly sure how it'll turn out, if it'll result in actually a sale of a home. But what does happen is when you engage a strategy like this, you create a conversation and a dialogue, you create differentiation, you show your willingness to engage in strategies and make the attempt to set yourself apart from others who have already tossed in the towel and have gone away and won't come back until sometime in January. So, we go into this year, your business plan should be in place. Your schedule should have been adjusted. We started working on this in October, and your choices of what you wanted your business to look like, how you wanted it to flow, the schedule that you were going to follow, all the new tools, technologies, things that you wanted to add to your daily structure, your routine, the way that you did business, how you tracked your database, how you conducted yourself on social media, all of those things that we had said we had wanted to do this year, that we fully implemented and got done and scheduled, and we're able to look at and track our results and then get back to what is ultimately the thing we need to be doing, which is executing the plan and repeating that. Now, I'm not really big into forecasting. I don't like to prognosticate unless I have, empirical data that I can point to and say, here are the trends, here are the things that have happened in the past. So this may be an indication of what may happen in the future. But we're in a spot right now where it's really, while some of these things are similar, we've come out of markets like this before, up and down cycles, all the different factors that are going on right now. And again, I don't want to get into a big political commentary. I don't want to talk about all those other things. I want to talk about the reality of housing and the mortgage business. And the reality of it is people are going to be buying and selling homes at a pretty good pace in 2023. Many are going to need loans to do that. And if you've positioned yourself and executed your plan well, you should have plenty of opportunities to fill your pipeline and close transactions. The reality of it is supply and demand. There's far few homes, far few rentals, far few residential housing opportunities available that are being created than are in demand. And that demand is only increasing. Now, I understand in certain parts of the country, we're seeing certain ebbs and flows, people leaving certain areas, moving toward other areas. But in general, the one thing that people had feared over the years were that, millennials and those behind them wouldn't see the value in home ownership. It wasn't part of the American dream any longer. And I think that we can look at this now and realize that, millennials and Gen Xers and whatever, they're coming to the party later than, we did before. And so some of them are pushing well into their 30s before home ownership is a priority for them. But I do see a fair number of people in their early to mid 20s who are engaging in home ownership, just basically because the rent versus own analysis that you can be doing for these people show that, you know, owning is far better than renting in most of these markets. And when you show people the numbers and the value, they get it, and they go down that path. They're going to be paying a mortgage either way, either their landlord's or their own. So why not put the money in their own pocket? But the big part is here is now is the time that you've got to trust your plan and your process. You've got to show up and you've got to do the work. And the only two things that you need to know is that failure counts only when you quit trying. Otherwise, it's a learning experience. It's experience that you can use to make adjustments and to succeed. And always remember, the game isn't over until you win. You don't necessarily have to reach the pinnacle of your career today, but it can be a process. The success can build upon itself if you take the steps to, you know, do the things that you need to do to have an ongoing relationship with the people that you are serving. Because ultimately it comes down to the fact that people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. And if you get yourself out there and put yourself in that position, you're going to get a lion's share of those opportunities. So I want to just again wish you a safe, a happy, and a healthy New Year's weekend. I'm really looking forward to 2023. As always, if you have questions or comments, it's Mike at imtcoaching.com. Really excited. This year has been, you know, a challenging one, but it has been really, really helpful to understand that there is a place in our market for relational business, that people are really gravitating toward trusting professionals. And while it's not the entire market, it's a big enough piece of the market that for those of you who have built your mortgage practice around building long-term relationships and caring for your database through value, I think 2023 is going to be a much bigger year than many people have anticipated for that section of the marketplace. So as always, reach out if you need some help. Love talking to you, love the comments. And as always, take care, and we'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.